Hi, my name is Christy Crawford and I'm going to start my physical assessment. First, I'm going to start off with the face. I'm going to inspect the skin and the scalp. I'm also going to palpate the scalp. There's no abnormalities noted. I'm going to go ahead and check for the expressions that they're equal. So if you could smile for me, that's equal. His eyes are equal, nostrils, ears, everything is symmetrical on the face. I'm going to palpate the temporal arteries. You don't have to smile anymore. Okay. I'm also going to evaluate for the TMJ by checking his jaws right now. You can open up your mouth and close it. Okay. All right, and then I need you to clench your teeth for me. Clench your teeth. Do like this. All right.
My jaws are big.
Okay. And hold it against resistance.
What does
So
that mean?
just do this. Okay. I'm going to inspect the cranial nerve 7. So just, if you would, just smile for me, frown for me,
What's that mean?
just make a sad face. Close your eyes tightly. Lift your eyebrows up for me. You can open your eyes. Puff out like a fish. All right. I'm going to go ahead with the eyes now, and I'm going to, before I do the visual acuity chart, I am going to check for his extraocular movements. Don't move your head, just follow my finger with your eyes. Okay.
Is that good?
I am going to look at his pupils now. They are equal, reactive to light. They are regular in size. Pupil measuring about 3. There, there is no drainage coming from his eyes. His iris is brown. His sclera is white. They are equal and reactive to light. They are accommodating.
What's that mean?
I'm also going to check his visual acuity. If you'll come over here to the chart for me. This is from 10 feet away. If you'll just close your right eye, put one hand over your right eye, and read that line for me.
DEFPOTEC.
Okay. Close the other eye. Read the line for me.
FELOP. Wait, wrong line. I mean, which one? DEFPOTEO.
Okay, and then read it with both eyes open.
FELOPZE.
Okay, you can come back over here to the table. Vision is 20/20 with both eyes. Sit right back down for me. All right, I'm going to inspect the ears and palpate the ears. There's no deformities, no nodules, no drainage. Everything is equal. I'm going to do the whisper test. I want you to just repeat whatever I say to you.
Football. Baseball.
All right, now I'm going to inspect the nose. And by inspection and palpating, there is nothing, no drainage, it's equal. I'm going to check the patency of the nostrils. If you could just plug one side of your nose up and go sniff for me. Do the other for me. Okay. I'm going to palpate the sinuses, the frontal and the maxillary. Just tell me if you feel any pain. Okay. I'm going to move on to the mouth now. So I'm going to inspect his mouth by looking in it with my pen light. If you'll open up for me. Say ah. No deformities, no drainage noted. Okay, let me see your teeth. There is a tooth missing. Okay. All right, can you stick out your tongue for me? Can you move it side to side? Okay, thank you. All right, we're going to move on to the neck now, going down the body. I'm going to palpate for the lymph nodes. Okay. I'm going to test his range of motion with his neck. I need you to turn your head side to side, touch your chin. I need you to take it back for me. Okay. Okay, and can you shrug your shoulders? That means just move your shoulders up. All right. I'm going to notice that the trachea is not deviated. It's straight. Sit up for me. Okay. I'm going to palpate the thyroid. If you could just turn around for me. It's nice and spongy. Okay, you can turn it back around for me. All right, I'm going to check his carotid pulse by doing one side at a time. I'm going to auscultate the carotid arteries now. No bruise heard. All right, if I can have you turn around. All right. You'll just say 99 for me.
99, 99, 99, 99, 99.
Okay.
Okay, good.
I'm going to percuss over, nope, stay around. Percuss over the lung fields now. Okay. Now, I'm going to percuss over the flank area to see if there's any tenderness. Any tenderness? Does it hurt? Okay. All right. And then I'm going to auscultate the breath sounds. Deep breath. All right, if you'll turn around for me. excuse me. I am going to go ahead, now that I've done that, and I'm going to start on the upper extremities. So I'm going to inspect and palpate the arms. There's no nodules, no deformities noted. I am going to palpate for my pulses, which are going to be my radial, brachii, and ulnar. Radial and ulnar. I'm going to assess for my capillary refills. I'm going to test my range of motion with my upper extremities. I'm going to have you just raise your arms above your head. I'm going to have you put your arms, just go behind your back. Okay? And then I want you to abduct and abduct your arms for me. Okay, thank you. Alright, now I'm going to test your elbows. I want you to flex and extend your elbows. And back the other way. Okay, and then I want you to pull against. Nope, just like this. Push your arms down. Okay, and now just pull up. Okay, great. Alright. Test his range of motions with his wrist. I want you to take your wrist and flex and extend. And then I want you to open and close your fingers and touch your thumb to each one of your fingers. Okay? Also want to do the cerebellar function with your fingers to your nose. So just take one finger, touch your nose from the side, and then touch the other nose from this. Yep. There you go. Alright. This is the graphesthesia. I want you to put your palms up in the air, and I'm going to draw something on your hand with my finger, a number, and I just want you to tell me what that number is. Close your eyes.
1.
Okay, and on the other one?
8.
Correct. And the sterignosis, I'm going to place an object in your hand. So if you could just close your eyes, and then I'm going to place an object in your hand, and I want you to tell me what that object is.
It's the Chrissy card.
Okay. All right. Great. All right, I'm going to test his reflexes now on his arms, his tricep, bicep, and his brachial reflex. Okay. Okay. That's his tricep, and it did move. Bicep. Okay. So I tested each reflex on his arm. I'm going to go ahead and go, since we're done with the upper extremities, and go ahead and go with his chest now. I'm going to start with his chest. I'm going to inspect and palpate his chest. Sit up very straight for me, please. I can inspect. I can see that everything is symmetrical. There's no abnormalities noted here. No increased work of breathing. Palpate. Everything is good. I can have you lay down for me.
My stomach.
Nope, just lay down on your back. Put your legs out in front of you. Okay. And this see if there's any heaves or thrills by palpating. Any abnormal pulsations.
You're making it hard to breathe.
Okay, there's none there. I'm going to auscultate now. The different areas that I'm auscultating for in the heart are the aortic, the pulmonic, and mitral and tricuspid areas. S1 and S2 are noted. No murmurs noted, no adventitious sounds noted. We're going to move from the chest to the abdomen now. It's important that you do this in the correct pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to inspect, then auscultate, then percuss, and then palpate. So since I'm inspecting the abdomen, the skin of the abdomen, everything is intact. There's no abnormalities noted. There's no deformities. It's symmetric, the rise and fall of the breathing. His umbilicus is not herniated. There is no note of herniation there. I'm going to, I've inspected that. I'm going to go ahead and auscultate bowel sounds now in all 4 quadrants. Definitely bowel sounds noted in all 4 quadrants. I'm going to auscultate also the renal arteries and the aortic artery. The aorta is right above the umbilicus. That's where I'm going to auscultate now. Renal arteries are to the right and the left of the umbilicus. Going to go ahead after the auscultation and I'm going to percuss. Okay, after percuss, I'm going to do my light palpation and then I'm going to do my deeper palpation. Deeper. Any tenderness?
What does that mean?
Does it hurt?
No.
Okay. Palpate for the liver. Okay. Alright, I'm going to get you to sit up for me. Well, actually, you can lay back. I'm going to go ahead and go to the lower extremities now. Okay. I'm going to inspect the lower extremities and make sure that they're symmetric, see if there's any deformities. I do notice some bruising to the left knee there. I am going to go ahead and palpate for my different pulses, my popliteal, my dorsal pedis, and my posterior tibial pulses here. So we'll go ahead and do the popliteal. Okay. All my pulses are noted. They're strong, equal. There's no edema in the legs. I'm going to go ahead and check his range of motion in his lower extremities now. If I can have you just raise your right leg up for me. Just raise your right leg up. Go ahead and put it back down, please. Checking his hips as well. Raise your left leg up for me. Bend your knees towards your chest for me. Okay, put it back down, please. Do your other one. And then I want you to move your knees just in and out for me like that. Nope, lay your feet flat for me. Just move your knees in and out for me. Perfect. All right, I'm going to check his range of motion now in his ankles as well. I'm going to also assess the strength in his ankles. I want you to flex your feet up for me.
What's that mean?
Take them to you. Just flex them up. Nope. Here. Yep. Now push them towards me. Okay. All right. Pull back. Okay. Push forwards. Great. All right. I am also going to now get my tool. And I'm going to check for my Babinski sign, which will be on the bottom of his feet. Okay. It is not noted there. All right. If you'll sit up for me, I'm going to check your reflexes, your patellar and your Achilles. Sit up, bring your feet this way for me. Ow. It's okay. Okay. Patellar reflexes. Okay. And the Achilles reflex. All right. Achilles reflex is noted on both. Okay, we have movement there in the patellar. Now what I need you to do is take your right leg and run your right heel down your left leg for me. This is checking the cerebellar function. And then do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay. All right, so that was the cerebral function test that we were doing. Now I'm going to check the lower extremities by having him walk on his heels and then on his toes. If I can have you get down for me. And if I can have you just walk on your heels. Walk on both heels. Okay, turn around and go back and walk on your toes. Go the other way. Walk back to the table on your toes. Okay. All right. Go ahead and stand up. Turn around towards me. Stand up straight. Close your eyes. This is the Romberg test. There is no swaying noted. Okay. I am going to ask you to hop on one foot. Okay. Go back.
Go back, go backward.
This is the cerebral function. Go jump on the other one, please. Okay. All right. I need to palpate your spine, so if you'll turn around for me, face the other way. There is no deformities noted. The spine is in line. If you could just bend, turn around, please. If you could just bend forward for me. Touch your toes. This is just checking the range of motion. Okay, if you could stand back up, if you could bend sideways for me, just each side. This is checking the range of motion for his lower extremities again, checking his back. Okay, if you'll stand up straight for me, and if you will twist your shoulders to each side. All right, great. So his range of motion is good. This concludes my physical assessment for the fall semester of 2018. Thank you so much.